I'm Danielle with Put a Finish on It. If you're a writer looking for an editor, let me know. I had an awesome reading month last month. Having finished an editing job and taken a vacation, I had lots of reading time in March. I finished 14 books. First was Girls in White Dresses by Jennifer Close, about a group of 20-somethings figuring life out after college. But I found it disjointed and couldn't relate to any of the characters. I gave it 2 stars. Next was True Believer by Virginia Ewers-Wolf. This is the second book in the Make Lemonade series. I read Make Lemonade so long ago that I don't remember it at all, but my choices were very limited at the time that I picked out this sequel. I really enjoyed this book. True Believer is about a young teenager in the inner city who is determined to go to college instead of getting pregnant and dropping out of school. She's enamored with the boy in her building though, and suddenly she does start thinking about kissing and things. Her friends have joined this sort of saving yourself for Jesus group and they want her to join, but she's not sure what she believes about God or Jesus or saving yourself. It's well written and it's just a lovely story. There's another book in this series and I'm really looking forward to reading it. Third is On the Island by Garvis-Graves. 2 people stuck on an island together. Lots of fun. I wholeheartedly recommend it if you're in the mood for romance and adventure. Next was Criss Cross by Lynn Ray Perkins. Winner of the Newbery Medal in 2006. Criss Cross is just delightful. It's set in the 70s and follows a handful of 14-year-olds in their effort to understand themselves and each other. It features quirky drawings by the author. The book says 10 and up on the back, but I think it's more appropriate for a slightly older audience, maybe 12 and up, and I highly recommend it. Fifth was After Summer by Nick Earls. The protagonist in this story is spending time waiting on word from university about his future. It's a novel about waiting. Unfortunately, that doesn't make for a very gripping storyline. He meets a mysterious girl with an odd hippie family and she helps him wait. Next, I read Finding George Orwell in Burma by Emma Larkin. It's a sort of memoir/travelogue about a journalist's trip through present-day Myanmar. I had no idea that George Orwell lived in Burma for 5 years before he became George Orwell. I'll have a separate video up about this one. Then I finally read We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. This was my first E. Lockhart, and I had no idea what it was about except that there was a shocking twist at the end. I just didn't love it. The writing style, the characters, the storyline, just not my thing. 8th was Sweethearts by Sarah Zarr. I've been wanting to try out this author and this is the one I picked up at the library. I like the idea of 2 childhood best friends reunited as teenagers. Do not be fooled by the title or cover though, this is not a romance story. I did immediately connect to the protagonist in this novel in a way that I did not in We Were Liars. It probably says more about me than it does about the books. Books 9 through 12 are the last 4 books in the Alice series by Phyllis Reynolds Naylor. It's been years since I've read any Alice books and I suddenly realized that the whole series was completed and that I should probably finish it. So partly I'm at a point in my life where I'm past relating to Alice, and partly the last few books in the series just weren't as good as I remember the first ones being. But still, I'm happy to have finished the series. The 13th book is Souls of Black Folk by W.E.B. Du Bois. This is a book of essays published in 1903. Du Bois, a Harvard graduate and a Northerner, examines the plight of blacks from Reconstruction through his present time. He focuses particularly on the South and looks into specific issues as he goes chronologically. Interestingly, he addresses Booker T. Washington's position, and I have recently read his autobiography as well. This was a challenging but very interesting read because it so blatantly and forthrightly addresses the Negro question that has challenged this country since it's been a country. Finally, I read I Hadn't Meant to Tell You This, a very slim novel for middle grade readers by Jacqueline Woodson. This novel is about a middle-class black girl in the South whose mother has walked out on her and the poor white girl whose mother has died who befriends her. This story touches on classism, racism, and centers around incest. All very difficult subjects for a book about a 12-year-old, but it was beautifully written. And those are all 14 books I read in March. Thanks for watching!